Team USA and Diana Taurasi were fully exposed, even though they managed to win the gold medal at the Paris Olympics. Fans were thrilled that Caitlin got some rest during the Olympics break, but the excuse that she wasn't included on Team USA because she needed rest is pretty weak. After all, if anyone on the team needed rest more than Clark, it was 42-year-old Taurasi.
Who? What do you mean Caitlin Clark should be on that team? Who would you take off the team to put Caitlin Clark on the team? I said it then, and I say it again. Diana Taurasi and Chelsea Gray.
Now again, there is a reason why the WNBA is still far behind the NBA. They don't have a business-minded approach, nor do they care about merit. They work with ego. And what satisfies them, after all, they have people like Cheryl Reeve with them, who don't shy away from rigging the whole system just to satisfy their ego. No one ever doubted that Caitlin Clark's absence from the USA roster would lead to a defeat or cost the team the gold medal at the Olympics. But for a team that had a streak of 56 consecutive wins at the Olympics, they didn't just need experience or a roster full of match winners. What they needed was a smart business approach, someone who could elevate viewership and take audience engagement to the next level.
You talk about marketing the sport, I think Team USA missed an opportunity to elevate the profile of women's excellence in the sport of basketball because they ignored marketing.
This was not just about the class, it was about the business and public engagement that Team USA failed to pull. So, the management missed the chance to utilize the talent that could bring them and the Olympics the value that they have ever dreamed of. The state has shown that Clark's presence impacted more than 600% of increase in the public engagement. There is this reason you cannot stop people from speaking the truth, and you cannot hide your mistake behind the lame excuses. One thing is clear. A lot of people tuned in to watch the U.S. women's national basketball team win gold against France in the Olympics. However, given all the attention Caitlin Clark not being a part of the team has received, their ratings numbers were always going to be discussed, which was certainly the case after the data was released. The early morning game drew an impressive 7.8 million viewers, peaking at 10.9 million in the final half hour, highlighting the growing interest in women's basketball. However, the conversation quickly shifted to what those numbers might have looked like had Caitlin Clark been on the court. Richard Deitch of The Athletic astutely noted that while the viewership was strong, it likely would have been even higher with the Indiana Fever rookie playing. This is such an honest and fact-based analysis. Clark would have made the difference that the team and especially the league was looking for. Richard tweeted, "This is phenomenal publicity for women's basketball. Would viewership have been higher if Caitlin Clark was there? All data metrics say yes. Is it still an incredible number for women's basketball? Absolutely."
But I just want to say this, congrats to them, props to them. It was far more thrilling than I thought it needed to be, no doubt about that. But still, they got it done. I was just of the mindset that Caitlin Clark needed to be on this team.
When comparing the USA women's basketball viewership over the last 5 gold medal games, the numbers from Paris 2024 are not drastically different from previous years. Here's the breakdown. 2024, Paris, 7.8 million viewers, 10.9 million peak. 2021, Tokyo, 7.9 million viewers. 2016, Rio, 8.1 million viewers. 2012, London, 10.2 million viewers. 2008, Beijing, 5.9 million viewers. While Paris saw a strong viewership, it was technically the lowest since 2008 in Beijing. This suggests that, despite fluctuations, the overall interest in women's basketball at the Olympics has remained relatively consistent over the years. The slight decline in viewership could reflect various factors, but the sport continues to draw a significant audience globally.
When over 20,000 was showing up for other games. Box office matters. Box office matters. I ain't apologizing for that to a damn soul. We want to act like it doesn't matter, but it does.
Some Caitlin Clark fans have pointed out that the viewership numbers for certain college games she played in were higher than the Olympic gold medal match, which has sparked discussions about her potential impact on future USA basketball selections. For instance, the national championship game between South Carolina and Iowa, where Clark played, had a viewership that nearly rivaled the men's Olympic basketball final, which attracted just over 20 million viewers, the highest since 1996. Clark's popularity was evident as she participated in 3 college basketball games this year with higher viewership than the Olympic gold medal match. While various factors influence these numbers, including start times and historical comparisons, the 8th consecutive gold medal win by the U.S. women's team was still widely watched. Given the growing interest and number of Clark's fans, it's likely that the roster in 2028 will attract even more viewers. However, now here you're going to see clearly that Diana Taurasi needed rest much more than Clark. Despite being a legend in women's basketball, Diana Taurasi's role in the final game of the Olympics was smaller than many fans expected, which caused concern among USA supporters. This was Taurasi's last game in the iconic red, white, and blue jersey, and many anticipated a grand farewell performance. However, she wasn't in the starting lineup for the third consecutive game and didn't come off the bench, leaving fans disappointed and speculating about a possible injury. This situation added to the uncertainty surrounding Taurasi's future, particularly amid retirement discussions. To complicate matters further, and deservingly so, Tyrese Haliburton of the USA men's basketball team posted something on social media that only heightened the tension. Many fans felt Taurasi deserved more recognition in what might be her final appearance, especially considering her contributions to the sport and the national team. After Team USA men's basketball defeated France 98-87, Tyrese Haliburton posted a picture on social media platform X, where he humorously displayed his gold medal with the caption, "When you ain't do none on the group project and still get an A." This playful remark led to a social media user drawing a comparison to Diana Taurasi's situation, suggesting that she should recreate Haliburton's picture with the same caption. It would have been really fun to watch that. Haliburton's limited participation in the Paris Olympics, where he played in only 3 games and scored a total of 8 points, mirrored the minimal on-court role Taurasi had in the women's team's final games. Despite their limited contributions in terms of playing time, both athletes received gold medals, which sparked the comparison. While Haliburton's post was meant as a lighthearted joke, it inadvertently presented the frustrations of fans who wished to see more of Taurasi for a reason, especially in what could be her final Olympic appearance. And Taurasi took Caitlinclark's spot needed to bring something truly special to the table, because replacing a generational talent like Clark is no small task. Diana Taurasi's performance during the Paris Olympics became a hot topic among fans, especially after her minimal contribution to several key games. In the opening match against Japan, Taurasi played 15 minutes but managed to score just 2 points. Her scoring struggles continued in subsequent games, failing to score against Belgium and Germany, and only managing 3 points against Nigeria. In the semi-final against Australia, she was held scoreless again, and in the gold medal game against France, Taurasi didn't even see the court. This disappointing output led to Taurasi averaging just 1 point per game across 5 appearances, a stark contrast to the expectations after she showed her selfish approach. Fans took to social media to express their concerns and frustrations, particularly given that this was potentially her final run with Team USA. Diana Taurasi in the Olympics. One fan commented, the user was pointing out the fact Taurasi also hadn't done much this Olympics. She just had a paltry average of a singular point per game. Hence, the fan edited Taurasi's picture instead of Haliburton's and wrote the same caption as written by Haliburton. 0 mins. She pulled a Tyrese Haliburton, another user stated. The social media user was pointing to the fact that much like Haliburton, Taurasi didn't play in the finals and hence didn't deserve the medal. But the next user made an even funnier comment saying, Diana Taurasi did less than Tyrese Haliburton. While Haliburton averaged 2.6 points per game, it was more than Taurasi's average of 1 point. Another netizen enumerated, Tyrese was put on the team because he earned it, though not to get a title of the most decorated basketball player. The user was most probably pointing to the fact that Haliburton averaged a whopping 20.1 points per game in the NBA this year, with 10.9 assists per game. A different user chimed in saying, Diana Taurasi, please take a picture with Tyrese. It would be so fucking funny. They were highlighting that Taurasi and her teammates had mirrored the men's basketball squad by posing on the steps. So, snapping a photo with Haliburton would be hilarious, especially given their roles in securing the gold medal. Taurasi did nothing but enjoy a paid visit to Paris during the Olympics. Share your thoughts on Diana Taurasi's role on the basketball team in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe. We'll keep you updated on every wild moment in the rest of the WNBA season and Caitlin Clark's games. See you in the next video.